A drive to the top of the world, the mighty Himalayas. It is something every adventure enthusiast looks forward to. And the 2022 edition of Hyundai Great India Drive has given us the opportunity to do exactly that. This time around, the idea is to celebrate the 75 years of Indian independence at a spot that has a special place in the heart of all Indians, Kargil. And to take us there is the flagship of the Korean brand in India, the all-new Tucson. And what's better than one Tucson? Well, a dozen Tucsons. Yes, unlike previous editions, this time the first few days involves driving in a convoy. The drive is flagged off from Srinagar and we start moving towards Kargil. Leaving the city and traffic behind, we hit the winding roads soon enough, and it isn't long before we encounter some fresh snow. Winter has come early. Our first pit stop on the 2022 Hyundai Great India Drive is the lovely hill station of Sonmarg in Kashmir. As you can see around me, a lot of snow, and this is fresh snow. It snowed here as late as yesterday, so we are very lucky coming here today. And we've had some fun in the Tucson as well, playing with this snow. The real challenge though starts now as we climb our ascent towards the dreaded, the mighty Zojila Pass. The climb for Zojila begins from Sonmarg. The pass is notorious to say the least, especially during the winter when it is covered with snow. It's narrow, it's slippery, and the ascent at many places is quite steep. Temperatures mostly stay in the negative, and weather permitting, only one-way traffic is allowed. Now the Zojila may not even be in the list of 10 highest mountain passes in the country, but for long has been considered as the toughest pass to cross up in the Himalayas, especially in these testing winter conditions with snow all around. It just tests both the man and the machine in many ways. The altitude, the temperature, the surface, everything is out there to test you as well as your car. And so far, the Hyundai Tucson has played along really well. We are fortunate to have with us the all-wheel drive version of the car, the Edge Track. This comes with multiple terrain modes. All I had to do is put the car in snow mode and it is happily driving even on snow. On paper, a height of around 11,500 feet isn't very intimidating. But once you drive through the pass and reach the top, you understand why it is so feared. Landslides as well as blizzards are quite common, more so when the snow is all around. For most part of winter, the Zojila remains closed owing to excessive snowfall, though the Border Roads Organization does try its best to keep the pass open for as long as possible, which is why the upcoming tunnel which is being constructed under the Zojila Pass becomes extremely crucial. It will provide all-weather connectivity to the Ladakh region once it's operational, which will of course benefit the local population as well as the defense forces in multiple ways. The pass remains closed every winter for 4 to 5 months, cutting off Ladakh from the rest of the country for a significant period each year, which is why the tunnel will help provide an all-weather connectivity to this remote region. The contrast is for everyone to see once we get into Ladakh and more specifically Dras. The green mountains of Kashmir give way to the barren landscapes. And these are the areas our armed forces fought for in the war more than 2 decades ago. If you can, please come and see where the Indian Army fought for your tomorrow. These were the words written by late Captain Vijayan Thapar in the last letter he sent to his dad before he attained martyrdom in the Kargil War. Well, today we have come to the Kargil War Memorial, and one look at these tall peaks, these inhospitable terrains, and we have nothing but respect for all the brave warriors who fought for the motherland and lost their lives. It's because they fought then that we are standing here today. The Kargil War Memorial is a living testimony of what happened in these areas in 1999. Stories of courage and valor are on display here, and the sense of gratitude only goes up once you spend some time at this place. Kargil is Ladakh's second biggest town after Leh. It lies very close to the line of control along the Suru River. It mostly acts as a pit stop for travelers going to Leh and Zanskar. But as we are discovering on the Hyundai Great India Drive, the place has much to offer visually, culturally and historically. On a new day, we restart the drive, this time alone in the Hyundai Tucson towards another mountain pass. This one is called Namikala, and in comparison to Zojila is a breeze. It's fun climbing these mountain passes. The roads are nice and wide and they're in great condition, so you can go at good speeds. A car like the Tucson makes it even better. You have a big powerful engine that provides ample torque, so you can make your maneuvers whenever you want to. The car also offers fantastic ride quality, so you can go on for hours without getting tired. And yes, when it comes to handling, this car is just brilliant. So throw it around corners on these winding roads and you will just not be disappointed. Barely a few kilometers after getting down from Namikala, we start climbing another high altitude pass. Once again, the roads are fantastic and the views are incredible. Reaching the top hardly takes any time. On the 2022 Hyundai Great India Drive, we have reached Fotula. This is the highest point on the Srinagar-Leh highway and also the highest point that we at Car and Bike will touch on this particular drive. You look everywhere, these barren mountains covered with snow with sun beating on them. The views are absolutely breathtaking. These roads seem perfect for a driving holiday. Ladakh is remote yet a beautiful part of the country, and it is best enjoyed in the comforts of a car like the Hyundai Tucson. Right behind me is the famous Lamayuru Monastery, one of the visual highlights on this road from Kargil to Leh. It is one of the oldest monasteries anywhere in Ladakh and is also of huge significance. Looks absolutely stunning with those Himalayas in the backdrop. Well, Ladakh is the land of mountain passes and it is also the land of monasteries. Lamayuru is one of the more popular ones and it deserves a visit, especially if you're traveling between Leh and Srinagar by road. The small village surrounding the monastery is also a pretty sight. Another such sight, or shall we say no sight, is the invisible village. Yes, you heard that right. Just off the Kargil-Leh highway between the passes of Namikala and Fotula lies the village of Zabayul, that is interestingly also known as the invisible village. And why is that? Because of these two tall mountains here, that this village is hidden behind them, so you can't see it from the highway, and only when you drive through this gorge does the village suddenly reveal itself. It is a very interesting sight. Legend has it that back in the day the enemy forces bypassed this village as they simply couldn't spot it. Another beautiful Ladakhi village just outside Kargil is Shargole. It is known for its unique cave monastery which is built on a cliff and looks quite an architecture marvel. And then there is the rock-carved statue of Lord Buddha at Katse Khar village on the road to Zanskar. Our last destination on the 2022 Hyundai Great India Drive is another unique village near Kargil. It is the top of the world indeed, as a narrow, winding and steep road leads to it, and its first view is unlike anything we've seen till now. Now, one place you just cannot miss when you come to Kargil is the village of Hunderman, right at the line of control. This war-torn village lies completely abandoned. The site is truly surreal. Hunderman was liberated by the Indian Defence Forces in 1971. Another story that makes us want to celebrate our great democracy at 75. And the perfect way for us to culminate the latest edition of Hyundai Great India Drive.